Hello and welcome back. It is the last series of the day for IESF EU qualifiers. We got ourselves a good one as it's going to be Turkey against Romania. Romania, they've had their struggles for sure. Both these teams in the lower bracket have struggled a little bit. Turkey losing to the Ukraine 2-0, and it was the side of Romania who ended up in the lower bracket after a very difficult group stage, and it was not really what they expected. Romania too, with what seemed to be a very solid roster with Cancel, Weeha, Flash, Bone 7 all on there, but now Bone 7's been replaced. It is still Cancel and Weeha, as well as Flash with Michael and Akim, and it's looked good since the change. They beat France 2-0. They beat Moldova 2-0. You know, Moldova, who came second in Group B, as well as France, who, did okay. They came third in Group D. It feels like they've turned over a new leaf for Romania, right?
Yeah, definitely. Initially, as you said, very disappointing performance. Not what any of us really expected, I think. A
Right.
team with those names should definitely make it through. The fact that they even ended up in the lower bracket is less than satisfactory. But as you said, since they made that change, they've been looking very solid. Very, very solid, in fact. Haven't lost a single game since then.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the other roster here for their opponents, Turkey, and let's see what they've got. It is Dingo, GTI, Stoich, Jeezy, and Keratin Kele, I think is how that last one's going to be said. But,
I'm no
Turkey,
expert. I trust you on that one.
I've given it a shot. I've tried. I don't even know if it's Stoic or Stoich, but who knows? It's interesting to see where both these teams are now. They're one game away from going to a qualifying match against Sweden. So technically, if you win this, you've gotten a one up, right? Because you've given yourself two tries to qualify.
Yeah. The triple life format, as we said before. I think we both expect Romania to probably take it. I mean, Turkey, another surprise they've done surprisingly well. I
Mm-hmm.
personally only know one of their players really well, which is Dingo. Played with him a
Right.
couple of times. Yeah, I mean they could definitely do it. As we said, Romania had their struggles. It just feels like they've kind of found themselves, and the Romania that found themselves should, in theory, be the better team.
Yeah, and this is what we've seen so far, and hopefully we see something a little bit closer than what we saw in the last series. But even that was very close.
A
So
second
we'll
game at
see.
least.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Last time I think I got to cast Cancel's games was back at WESG's Europe finals. He was playing with Romania at that time with Bone 7 and Weeha. Weeha in the 4 position at that point with Buffney, who I don't know if he's in our. There is a Buffney in our channel or in
I think it's
our
him.
lobby, but I don't know if that's the same Buffney who played at WESG.
I think it is him.
Hmm.
I don't want to say it, of course. I don't want to confirm it. Saying what I think, of course. It's
Yeah.
a, it's not a name that a lot of people would choose. I think, pretty
Right.
unique one.
Right. And I don't believe anybody who is on this Turkish roster at the moment was at that event either. That WESG event. So they did not participate at that one. So
That
it's a
sounds about
newer
right.
roster,
Yeah.
but
I mean, as I said, the only person I know is Dingo, the carry
mhm,
player. He's very solid, but that's oftentimes the case, right? With these national teams, that you have some quote unquote star players from the region.
mhm,
But yeah, Dota is a team game. You can't really rely on one person unless you're Poland and Nisha
mhm.
to carry you through. Nisha is a different specimen, so it doesn't count, right?
Yeah, I guess so if that's how you want to be. But yeah, I think we'll see how all this goes. If Weeha can kind of pull it in, right? Be the niche for them that they need.
Yeah, which he very well could be. But I mean, Weeha, obviously his MMR is super high. He's been playing a lot of Dota. I'm expecting great things from him.
He was the face of IESF last year.
Yeah.
Do you remember
rightfully so.
You remember
the Rubik
the
ad?
Yeah, the Rubik ad. Because I asked
Yeah.
Vlad or Waxen and he didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, he said he
We've
had
seen it so many times and talked about it. Maybe his long-term memory is not that good.
Yeah, he didn't seem to remember.
Yeah, we have to probe him a bit more on that. But definitely, it was super funny. Of course, we have so many different esports titles, but of course, Dota had to win.
Yeah, and he got to sit on the throne in Yash, and of course, maybe being the face because he is Romanian, and it was in Yash, and it was in Romania, so.
And he's super successful.
Yeah, and he is a very decorated player. He's got a long list of teams on his Wikipedia. I will say that.
It sounds very similar to me.
I almost think on Wikipedia, it's way more than what you show.
But that's always the thing, though. Like, does everybody have all the information? You know, I do show a lot. I do show a lot.
To be fair, he's got a couple of repeats here. You know, Balkan Bears twice, Pain Gaming twice, technically Nigma Gaming twice, or Nigma Galaxy. Nigma 3 times here because Nigma, then Nigma Galaxy inactive, and then he's got Nigma Galaxy currently, but he's a streamer for them. So that one doesn't exactly count as like a team, but we'll see if he can't pull out the Meepo right now, unfortunately. But he's been playing a lot of Wind Ranger.
Why can't he pull out the Meepo?
It is inactive right now. It's deactivated.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, Meepo's not available at the moment.
Oh wow, I didn't actually know why.
I think there was a bug.
Because the Mantastar bug?
I think so.
Wait, they still haven't fixed that? It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not available at the moment. But they disabled.
It was literally fixed. Like wasn't it brought out literally 2 weeks ago? Maybe a bit longer even.
Like the bug. You know what? They might just not know how to fix the bug, and they might be trying to rework him at the moment.
Maybe it's I always thought it was it's a very strong competitive hero. Not having him in there because of a technical problem doesn't sound very fun.
Yeah, but he's got more. I think it's more than just the Manta style bug. So he's got a lot of bugs, and it ends up that
Yeah, well, who asked you to add facets?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Facets stick for Meepo at least.
The pack red, man. I just reworked the pack red, and there's no problems.
Yeah. That being said, Weeha recently, only just 22 days ago, reached 13,000 MMR.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been alluding to before. He's been very successful in his MMR adventures. But yeah, I personally think, I probably told you this many, many times as well, MMR in Dota right now is more inflated than, the inflation rates throughout the entire world.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
It is.
No.
I know, B-Cup, I know.
Don't take this away from me, please.
No, not yours. I'm saying in general. In general, B-Cup. You remember when it's like, wow, this guy is a first 6k MMR player. Now, this guy is the first 14k.
True.
It's so ridiculous. No, back then getting MMR was really difficult for the top of the top. You get like 4 MMR per victory, and you lose like 20 if you lose or 30. That was brutal. I love that. Because whenever I saw like a super high rank, like a rank 1 or 2, I would just try hard, so damn hard, just so they feel miserable.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 loss, 8 wins. It's a very nice ratio you need to have. I'm glad they got rid of that.
My
That's
ratio
horrible.
recently has been not as great, but there was a point where I had gone 13-1, and when that's all with double downs, it definitely feels really good.
Oh yeah, double downs. Speaking of inflation.
Yeah.
Well, so what is that? You just get 60 MMR, right?
You get 50.
50?
50-ish. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. It's 25 up and down these days. It's not 30 on all of them.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
still earn that 50. I'm just gonna say that. I earn the 50. Some of these
You
games
do.
recently have been an hour. I've been earning 50. It's been 2 games in 1.
Yeah, it's basically a job. Like playing a Dota game is literally a job.
Yeah, after we're done with this series, I'm gonna be playing more Dota.
Wow. A great idea.
Just more and more Dota. Constantly, never stopping.
I mean, you fit right in there with all the community, obviously.
Yeah.
It's what we all do.
We'll see if I ever get to pro. I don't think so.
Yeah, I might be a little late for that now.
Yeah, I mean, the age has gotten to me already.
Nah, it's not the age. It's more like the amount of time you would have to invest.
That's true.
Yeah,
All right.
huge time investment. I mean, even I couldn't really do it anymore now. It's just
You could.
tough.
I think you could.
I mean, I also think I could. I just want to downplay myself, so I don't destroy the dreams of all the young players aspiring to be pros.
I think you can do it.
I
I
definitely
think.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the way that you do it is you'd probably have to start your own team though.
yeah, I would have to, which
You
is so
got it.
risky nowadays.
Yeah, but you could do it. I
I
still
think so
think you
too.
could do it. I'm not going to say no. We'll see if either of these teams can do it.
Well, one of them
And
has to.
if it's going to be another 2-0, I know the other series that was in the upper bracket went 3 games. It's Belarus against the Ukraine, and they're at their 3rd game right now. So Belarus took game 1, Ukraine took game 2. But will this Romania-Turkey series stay the trend of what all their series have been? Romania took 2-0 over France and Moldova. Turkey took the 2-0 over Serbia. They also lost 2-0 over Ukraine. There have not been many 3-game series. There's only been 3 out of all the series we've had so far in this bracket.
Yeah, I think this happens a lot in national tournaments though, because the power level can be quite imbalanced throughout the entire tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it could be the same case here as well. We'll have to see. Maybe they can surprise us a little bit. Turkey, that is.
So
See what they got to offer.
Romania did play Turkey in the group stage, and they lost. Turkey ended up winning that in 41 minutes and 50 seconds. But they got rid of the windrunner that Weha played on. And
So,
from
tell
the
me the
looks
grudge
of
match.
it wasn't Weha in the mid lane. It was Weha safe lane. And has it been Weha safe lane the entire time?
That is a good question. I mean, with Cancel, he's pretty much an exclusive mid player, I believe.
Is Cancel exclusively mid?
He used to be, at least.
They
I don't
have
know if
Cancel
that's
listed as their safe
changed.
laner, so it looks.
Okay.
No,
Well, in
Weha
that
went.
case,
Weha went mid on the other Wind Ranger game. Then he went off lane one game.
so it just
He's
goes
been
everywhere.
he's just been flexing around. That's interesting.
Could also be a reason why they didn't do so well initially.
Is the major flexes?
Yeah, I think keep it simple.
I mean, that's usually the way to get it done, right? Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what the problem is with a lot of things? Like that's the boring part, right? Like keeping it strict and simple. But it's usually the easiest to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be boring thing. And people that are boring, like AUIS teams, for example, they always get flamed on Reddit for being boring. Not that you should care about Reddit, of course.
Yeah, well.
You know.
So Shadow Fiend Sven. SF could go safe, could go mid.
But SF is not the greatest hero against Sven already, to be honest.
Yeah. I guess you could go the other build, right? The Yule's build and kind of try to shut down the Sven.
Yeah, which makes me believe it's probably going to be a mid one.
And there's that Oracle. And by the way, you are asking for Huskar pickers. Romania picked Huskar in their last series.
Good. Do it again. I think Huskar's an amazing hero. Even beyond just being a very niche pick, I think he has a place. He crushes lane and just makes enemies feel really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of people, when they play Huskar, free coaching right now, they get too overeager to do things. Again, keep it simple. Win your lane, farm items, make your advantage bigger. No need to dive tower, no need to push tower. All that is too much.
So Oracle's solid here against the Sven, but another hero here that just shuts down a lot of heroes is this Marcy. And then immediately into the Dark Willow. So control, as well as burst damage and high DPS.
Dark Willow, Marcy, and Sven. Very interesting lineup. Could be Marcy carry, could be Sven support, or vice versa. What would you prefer, sir?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Actually, Marcy or Sven in the support role. Probably Marcy support in the 4. You just get BKB. You do pretty much the same. They've been playing a lot of Clockwork, by the way.
You have?
No, they've been playing. Romania's been playing a lot of Clockwork.
Oh yeah, I mean, the hero is super strong. One of the strongest hero in the game right now. Does so many things for you.
What do you pick here? Because Batrider technically could be a 4, and Clockwork could be your offlaner.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've seen better last game. I mean, he wasn't like an auto win sort of thing or anything like that, but he definitely did quite a lot of things towards the end of the game. I think Batrider is a very greedy support early on. Yeah, once you get to this late game portion, it really becomes much stronger. Very low lasso cooldown.
Batrider was also played by Weeha in their game against the Czech Republic.
A core bat, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah. Yep. And the Batrider played offlane by
Invoker.
Romania against Greece, where they lost. So yeah, Invoker gets picked up. Invoker, a Weeha pick, but obviously not picked by Romania in this situation.
Sven Invoker is very strong together. If you get a good Alacrity on Sven, one of his biggest problems is attack speed. And just getting a 340 attack speed is pretty insane on a hero like Sven. That has so much damage behind him already. Doesn't lane... I mean, Invoker honestly lanes pretty well against almost everything nowadays. Especially with that deny facet he has. Or in it, rather.
Okay.
Ban out the Husker again. They could still do... what else does Weha like? I mean, he loves SF as well, so it might just be mid SF.
Honestly, I think you could pick an offlaner here for Romania. Go safe lane, Shadow Fiend, mid Batrider, and go to a different offlaner. Like, why not, right? Centaur, maybe, to disengage from Sven.
That definitely could work. 100%. Yeah, the lineup is pretty flexible still. They have a lot of options. The question, what do you feel most comfortable with? Because Invoker mid lane against SF can be very strong when you find like rotation openings, which can be very easy through Tornado and Cold Snap. SF hates being cold snapped.
Mm-hmm.
They themselves ban out all the offlaners as well. Darkseid out, Mars out, Beast out, all the good ones are gone already.
Yeah, Beastmaster not being left in the pool is no shock, but the fact that Darkseer made it so far down, it was a little bit of a shocker.
Yeah, surprisingly, nobody picked him up. Oh yeah, they have Oracle. Now they know where the rune is gonna spawn like all the time. Ah, so it's offlane support Sven, offlane Marcy maybe?
Offlane Morphlane. The
That could
strength
work too.
morph.
Yeah.
The flow.
I'm just gonna say, when Ice and I teamed together, we were way ahead of the meta, because we did that when you didn't have Facet. Okay, I just want to say, you guys are not cool if you play offlane Morphling as strength. We
Did
have done
it work though?
years ago. Of course, it did. Yeah, we did super well. Because it was really toxic. Like a 4-second stun on a 10-second cooldown was stupidly strong. And then it actually got nerfed after. And we were like, shit.
So they're thinking about mids to get rid of, and it ends up being Venge. I mean, Venge again could be a support. We'll see. It'll be played by 77.
I think it's offlane. I would love it to be offlane. It's not honestly the best hero against Morphling. I don't really pressure him too much. Well, none of the heroes can pressure Morphling, to be honest.
Right. So 77 was their mid before Weeha was there.
Yeah. And then Weeha said, get out of here. Now I'm here.
Yeah. They've just played so many different rotations.
Yeah, all of them have, right?
Yeah. It's hard to say. Because they played safe lane Venge in one game against Moldova, played off lane Venge in the other game against Moldova. Doing whatever they want.
Yeah, we have seen it. Many teams try to do that, and oftentimes it has been more of a detriment than a benefit, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just too many variables already in Dota. There's no need to make it any more complicated than it has to be. I'm hoping offlane Venge, carry SF, mid Batrider, keep it simple. Although mid Batrider, honestly, I don't know how strong it is nowadays. You don't really get to see this hero a lot. I want Weeha to show me the power.
So I guess we'll see who will be where. Clock support and Oracle support is the obvious answer, but is it going to be cancel mid with Weeha offlane and Venge safe lane?
That is also an option. Not my preferred one, though.
Also, I believe it's Stoich 5, as he's got the wards and a 5 build here, and he places a deep observer. And then, I mean, that leaves Invoker mid. Who's your offlaner here? Marcy. Unless your Marcy's safe lane or mid. I mean, there's a lot of options. Cogs around 2. Fortunes end on both. Blood Grenade hits them both, too. The raises are there. The EMP is down. The Battery Assault is not available because the cogs were there. So it doesn't matter. They had the chase anyway.
Easy double.
And they get 2 kills for the side of Romania.
Yeah. I feel like these rune shenanigans are working out way too well. Like, these are all plays that everybody should be very accustomed to, you know? If we have been on this map for how long now? Close to a year, is it?
Definitely a while.
Yeah, so as I said, people should kind of know what's coming. Yeah, these devs are not very pretty.
So now we get a look at what the lanes will be. It'll be cancel mid. Batrider safe lane. Okay, we have Batrider safe lane, off lane vent. We'll see how much the quote positions really matter in terms of farm priority, right?
Huh. Yeah, it's interesting to put Batrider in a safe lane. I mean, it's pretty good against Marcy, I think. We'll see. As I said, haven't seen a core bat in a while. Show me that way. Is that we, huh?
Yeah, Sticky Napalm level 1. I don't really think that this duo can be that aggressive.
Not until it gets up some levels, at least.
So, I doubt we'll see really too much aggression from the bottom lane. Flash, he's got Fortune's End. Oracle doesn't actually have a courier at the moment. Mid lane, we'll see how this SF does because it's 6-2 to the 4-0.
Yeah, early levels are always a bit tough. I'm mostly worried about the top lane, to be honest, because Morphling will super free farm there. Well, should super free farm there.
Yeah, should and will are 2 different things. But nothing really going on so far. Not really seeing any changes in terms of aggression or anything like that. How the Invoker is going to do, we'll see. It's not a Sunstrike Invoker. It's a Quas Wex Invoker.
Pretty much the norm nowadays. Nobody goes Exort anymore, which is a shame. I love Exort Invokers.
I do like the little mastermind if you can get the denies. Only 3 denies here for the Shadow Fiend, though. You're definitely in a matchup where Shadow Fiend does really care about the denies as well. So he's not going to just let them go for free. Rambo Maze is down. Flash just right-clicking away at this Dark Willow. Doesn't want to back up into a Bramble, but does. And backs up into a second Bramble. He does have Purifying Flames, which I believe he'll take a second level in. Because you can get kills that way if you're looking to play aggressive. Stormhammer top lane. But they're just trying to get this Lotus. They kill cancel mid. Meanwhile, Magic Missile thrown out on a Dingo. Cogs around 2. Battery Assault's over. And that was Jeezy coming in to get this kill with another set of Brambles over mid.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I alluded to, though. Like, putting SF middle against Invoker can be very scary. Because once there's a Tornado, Cold Snap, you don't have any options out of there as an SF.
Right.
And you can die super, super easily. And I want Turkey to definitely abuse that.
Yeah, well, good way to shut down the Shadow Fiend is to make sure he gets no souls and isn't able to use these raises. And you can see 1 Tornado EMP. He's down to half mana.
Yeah, there was only level 2 Wax. And this cock facet is so dumb.
Yeah. The larger radius.
Dude, look at Marcy. She has no last hits at all.
Yeah, only 9.
She basically
It's
doesn't
hard-
exist in this game.
It's hard to stand your ground against Sticky Napalm.
It is, for sure. Yeah. Safe and bad is working out super, super well for them.
Like, yeah, you have a wand. Yeah, you can kind of heal up, but it's not exactly great. Weeha's Courier yet to go back. kind of sitting here and finally send it back. But need to see how exactly this goes, as it's still 2-1. It's still 1,000 net worth lead, and a lot of that is due to the fact that Marcy's not getting anything out of the lane. I mean, still just has boots and a wand. Stormhammer onto the Venge, but this is, of course, not a core Sven. Does have 6 charges on that wand. There won't be a kill there. Shadow Fiend level 5, so 3 on the raises, 2 in the presence of the Dark Lord. Top is close, but bottom, there will be a kill, and it is because Flash now has level 2 in the Purifying Flames. And you can really do a lot of burst damage with that and get these kills as Jeezy stays by to even throw that Shadow Realm strike. Not a lot of mana existing on this Oracle. And the Dire have actually blocked their own camp. Dark Willow getting low again. Bramble Maze is down 5 stacks on the Sticky Napalm. And, ooh, just surviving. Could get a kill here on Weehaw if he's not too careful. Cancel dead again. But can they get the return kill? GTI is going to die here. They at least get a return, but it's another death on cancel.
That's a huge kill for Clockwork. It's almost level 5, I'm in a 6. That's super fast. And if fat Clockwork like that, like once you get to level 6, the hook shot, you can set up so many kills for your team.
Weehaw's low, and they've got this vision down. So into the Shadow Realm, Marcy just has to rebound in and maybe get a punch or two. There's the rebound with Flame Break. That keeps him from dying. And now another stack on the Sticky Napalm onto this Dark Willow. They dispose. And Weehaw, he gets baited by himself and dies. If they could just keep the vision, though, they should be able to get themselves a Purifying Flames kill, but can't see it. Weehaw pinging out that there must be some vision there.
Yeah, of course, there must be vision after that play. That's the only explanation. So interesting. Like, not sure what he was thinking. Of course, he wanted to, test limits, but as with always in life, there are times to test limits and there are times to not.
Stormhammer onto this Venge, and nothing. Not a lot of damage for a Venge that can, with treads on strength, have 1,200 health. Magic Missile.
Way too much. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, the cogs pushed. Well done. Stoich not able to respond quickly enough with the Stormhammer, so they get that kill. Bottom lane, though, dispose onto the Bat Rider. Flame Break lands, and Purifying Flames again to get this kill onto the Dark Willow, and that's the power coming through.
Yeah, things are going a little awry for them. The Morphling is not doing as well as he should. That's for sure. The only real good game on the side of Dire is the Invoker. Which, maybe they get another kill on the SF. He's pretty tanky, don't know.
Yeah, Cancel able to turn around. They've got the help from Flash. They'll turn this. If they get both kills, this is a huge issue. And with the hook shot for this level 6 Clockwork, they can. And Sven disconnects immediately.
Yeah, he's done.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Of course not.
He's a 5 Sven. You can die.
That's what I mean, though. You get this quick level 6 on the Clockwork. It is so damn strong.
Looks good for Romania, truth be told, even with the lanes looking so interesting.
It does look very good for them, yeah. Their lanes actually, in hindsight, make quite a bit of sense. They're not very standard, but they're working out perfectly for them, so why are we to complain?
Just waiting for the Sven to come back. He's dead for 18 seconds, and he doesn't really have much. Net worth-wise, Venge is top. And look at where the Marcy is. Has nothing. That's a huge issue.
Revenge? You mean Marcy?
No, I said Venge at the top, Marcy at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Marcy is completely out of the game. She is basically a support at this point, and it's not here that really gets back into a game either. Like offlane Marcy just is not that strong. I feel like we've seen a lot of Marcy picks, but not really being that successful, right?
Yeah.
This game is probably the biggest experience that we have seen stream so far. He's just completely out of the game.
Wonder how long Sven will be. Because it does feel like Romania is on a roll.
Yeah, the early game is actually way too good. Especially Clockwork, just having the game of his life. It can get really, really, really scary. Like, if a support Clockwork has a game like this, he can even go into a fast Orchid from the post 4 position. And he can solo kill, even Chorus at that point. Like, Morphling would absolutely hate that. Even Invoker.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what item build he's going to go for. Of course, the CS is basically non-existent. But yeah, we'll see what kind of plans he has.
And Clockwork being 6 so quickly. Truthfully, both these supports, because Oracle's about to be 6.
Did they get both Wisdom Runes? No, right?
No, no way. No.
There was no one there. So.
But you could see Oracle was involved in 6 kills already.
Yeah, the bot lane is very, very active.
The bot lane's active, and mid just got active. Like, they just got 3 kills off that. Or 2 kills off that.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. Yeah, just 2. But they got a couple of kills bottom, too.
Yeah, the lane, if you think about it, is actually incredibly strong. Bad Rider, Oracle. Like, they can't really leave. They can't really fight because they have so much nuke damage.
Just experiencing a bit of a power issue. Hopefully back soon.
Yeah, pauses like that are not great for both teams involved. Kind of takes the flow out of the game, which honestly might actually be more beneficial for Turkey here. Take a little bit of a breather, because they've been getting mauled the last couple of minutes.
So when the game resumes, what do you think the game plan is for Romania? Is it just to push in and then kind of jump down the throats of this Turkish lineup?
I think so. Like, they've built themselves an amazing lead. There's no need to really slow down now.
Mm-hmm.
So keep up the aggression, especially with your Clockwork. You have so much initiation potential right now. And then, of course, once you're level 6 on the Oracle, it will be even more so. Can easily help him out of that as well. I'm not even too sure, to be honest, how they respond on the dire side. Cause, I mean, their supports are very underleveled. Right. They have a support Sven, who to begin with is not, going to do that much. It's a tough spot there already.
And just for an update, the side of Ukraine beat Belarus 2-1, so they have qualified for IESF, the grand finals.
Nice. Congratulations to them.
A solid move there. So, just a 3K lead and nothing too crazy, but like you said, Marcy doesn't really farm back into the game that well. Neither really does Invoker.
Yeah.
Honestly, do any of these heroes really farm that well on the side of the Dire?
No.
Back into a deficit?
They're all pretty reliant on having a decent game.
So we'll see when they get back, but we're going to wait here for the last Turkish player. We're going to go to a quick break while we wait, so we'll see you guys in just a moment.
Yes.
All right, so they have elected to continue 5v4 for the moment, as they have not returned on this Sven. So we continue to go and see how this match will end, and if we see the Sven come back. They are going to try and control his hero and get him experience if he does, in fact, return. Got to do so without feeding that life away too many times.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate.
We are in trouble. Bot gets the lasso, though, onto the Marcy. Maybe buying him some right-click time. Burning him out, and there's the dispose, but can't quite get this kill. The tornado is there. Weeha is low. Weeha is dead and gets into the ghost walk. Before they were able to get on him immediately, GTI, though, safe and out. Not a bad kill there for this side of Turkey, despite the fact that they're 4v5.
Yeah, started out really well instantly, basically.
I'd like to know who's controlling this Sven. Hook shot in onto this Morphling, and they get the swap. They'll have the damage. They'll get the kill onto Dingo, as well as Curtain Call on the bottom lane. That was Flash, you got it. But 3 heroes still coming towards top. I don't know how they're going to pull this off. Terrorize. The disconnected Stormhammer, not even needed. Sven's just there for the war cry, and they get that kill onto the bench. Wow. They're doing it. Somewhat. I don't know what else you can do. Also, what sucks is we don't get to know where the next power rune is going to spawn. Oracle knows, we don't.
Yeah, they should really give us the information, right?
I think so.
Yeah, why not?
So Sven and Dark Willow still going towards bottom. They don't have Terrorize anymore, but they do have Bedlam again. There's a swap and EMP, but the cogs are there. GTI is going to die the second they leave him alone. You do have to wonder how long they're willing to hold out here on Turkey's side.
Well, it could also just be that they want to play for as long as possible, so they have a chance for the player to come back. Seems to be having electrical
Bat
issues.
Rider, Lasso, Bedlam, False Promise, Stormhammer, and Weeha surviving, gets over the threshold, now turning it around on a Curtain Call. Getting the kill there, the disconnected Stoich will die, and Weeha will get a double kill thanks to this Oracle turning it around. They're looking for their third, though. Oracle has a Fortune's End in 2 seconds. Doesn't want to get too close here to this Shadow Realm Dark Willow, but healing up. Hook shot's there. Doesn't get the Shadow Realm shot off thanks to the hook shot. Terrorize is in, but he won't survive with the final shot being those Purifying Flames at level 4. So, they continue to hold down.
Yeah, trying their hardest to not, well, lose grip of the situation too quickly. But what can you really do? The biggest problem is that when someone is disconnected, obviously you can't buy items for them, right? So even if you were to do things correctly, you're always going to be behind.
Yeah, and they're not gaining gold, so you're looking as Shadow Fiend might be in trouble. Cancel has Requiem. No, Tornado EMP. That'll land. Still trying to get the Requiem off. Gets it off. Uh-oh. That is Stoich dead. That is Dingo dead. GZ falls. Requiem in death. They're looking at GTI, who is killed thanks to the swap from 77. That is a full team wipe. Didn't think he was going to get that Requiem off.
It was very close. If he didn't, the fight could actually look pretty decent for them. But yeah, how it obviously played out.
I think somewhat Romania understand the situation, whereas game 2, you know, if you don't have a full roster, it might be in trouble in defaulting on the game, right? So
yeah,
they're looking to push as quickly as possible. And honestly, fortunately, Weeha's got that Arsonist. So they're able to take the tier 2 tower very quickly with the additional sticky napalm damage.
It's actually pretty... I didn't know he pushes that fast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of damage coming out from him.
They have lasso available. Hook shot as well. Looking for the
an
opportunity.
Invoker.
They just need to position the clockwork correctly.
Reads it properly, though. Avoids certain death.
They've got the obs that sees the clockwork and the bat rider. They have to figure out whether or not they want to go here. And now they've got the vision, so clockwork... At the moment, this is a blind hook shot if he goes for it, but decides not to.
Yeah, so obviously now the confirmation is also there that Dark Willow is controlling the clockwork. They're always running around as a pair.
Yeah. Ag's finished for Venge, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And they will steal the opponent's Wisdom Rune. They scan on their side, knowing that theirs isn't being taken. This is a 9,000 net worth lead. You're just trying to hold out as long as you can.
Quest for survival at this point more than anything.
Swap. Magic Missile. Cancel not showing himself yet. Thinking about the Requiem. EMP, Terrorize, not amazing. But it does hit onto his clockwork. But he has help from the Oracle. So they just don't have the damage to get that kill. And they use the hook shot. They don't have swap. But they're going to get another tower.
It's so rare to see Avenge that is not level 12 but has an axe already. He's so farmed on his Avenge. That Arsenal's damage is no joke. Yes. You know when you see heroes so little, like Bat Rider?
Right.
That fast it could be... Honestly, like if you win a fight, it's just gone. He suddenly becomes one of the fastest pushers. And it's still early game. Obviously, the more attack speed he gets.
Got Shard coming out.
That's the lasso can auto attack one, right?
Yeah, for every other attack, there's an additional stack of sticky napalm, which will be good about tower taking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Curtain Call
Well,
dies.
Glyph is already expanded as well, so...
They don't even have the Shard additional yet. Now they do. So every other hit is going to be another stack. The Tornado EMP. SF not even going to make it far enough forward to avoid the EMP. And these buildings are going down at 15, 16 minutes very quickly.
This Arsonist is actually ridiculous.
It's pretty insane.
Like, you never really get to see it like this, obviously, but when you look at it from just a numbers perspective, it's super strong.
Yeah, trying to pull the creep wave here, and one creep gets away from him, but Firefly, and now Stoich used that Stormhammer. Now they find themselves this Invoker. They're going to dust. They're going to swap. They've got this kill. They're trying to TP to the tier... I don't know what that TP was, but either way, it doesn't even matter. Terrorize lands. More fling in.
Pretty tanky, though.
Bat Rider, now with the mech, they've got Oracle here. There's no way they kill anybody. I mean, there's a false promise ready to go. This is going to be 2 more heroes dead. I don't really think that they can hold out that long, but if you force them to take the buildings, you're at least buying a couple minutes.
Yeah. It's less than optimal, obviously, but at least they're trying their hardest to really hold out, making sure that he has enough time to hopefully come back. Yeah, electrical issues like this are always, you know, out of your control. Not much you can do. They had a pretty decent shot in the game still. Of course, it wasn't going perfectly for them. They were 3k behind at that point, but definitely playable.
They have one last attack in them. That's their last glyph. They'll look over at Weehaw. Again, they've got themselves the false promise to work with. Stormhammer already thrown out. Hook shot in on the Morphling. They've got the cogs. He'll waveform out, but they're going to lose Stoich here. They've got the swap. That lands onto the Invoker. He's probably your second strongest, but they'll unleash. Look for this Shadow Fiend. Cancel doesn't really have any mana to play with here, but it doesn't look like it matters as Jeezy's next on the list for Weehaw to get the kill on. They've got the Cogs again around on this morph. They'll get themselves a 4th. They'll look over at the tier 4. And again, they're going to make them take the buildings, buy as much time as they can. And they'll call GG once the throne gets exposed, as it will be game 1 going the way of Romania.
Of course, nobody wanted to see it that way. But again, issues happen sometimes. Nothing they can do about it. Hopefully, he'll be able to return for the next round.
Or the next game. Yeah.
Next game, yeah, sorry. 1-0 Romania. We'll see what happens in the second one. I actually still really like the draft, and yes, the DC did happen, but even in that position they were already in a fantastic position. None of the Dire Heroes really catches back up from being behind, and they were all behind.
Yeah, so
especially at Marcy. How many CS did you have? Like 15? 14?
Yeah, had nothing in that lane. It was a very easy Bat Rider lane for him against Marcy, not really able to do anything. And it's going to be a couple of highlights here. We'll see pretty much just this. Then this is the fight mid before the pause. And then everything after this is going to be 4v5.
Is it? Yep.
Yeah.
This is
easy
your
time
shattering.
For Romania overall. Once that disconnect had happened, they try to get the SF here. And they do eventually get the kill in the SF, but they lose everything for it. You know, you think that this ulti is not going to get off. Good tornado. EMP is, I think, off the mark there, so you just clean up everybody.
Honestly, if that ult doesn't go off, they have a realistic chance at actually winning that fight. It's just so tough to control 2 heroes all the time, and as we spoke about, you can never buy items on him. So
you don't gain gold. You said that you can't buy items. I said that you don't gain gold, so...
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your gold basically goes to your allies.
Yeah.
Which, honestly... We've seen some situations where that actually works out nicely, like a minute 60 disconnect, and suddenly the carry gets like 20k gold infusion. You're like, what? Super rich, but not a minute 10.
Yeah, it's very tough, and we'll see if we get a game 2, if we get the return of the full squad for Turkey. But right now, Romania is up 1-0. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. Hello and welcome back. Here it's IESF EU qualifiers with our second game between Romania and the side of Turkey. Romania took game 1 after a player on the side of Turkey couldn't reconnect in time, but they are back, and we are looking to play a game number 2 and get it underway as quickly as possible. So see if Romania could take the 2-0. It looks as though even before the disconnect that they were set to take that first game, but you never know, and we'll see if they could take the 2-0 over Turkey and finish this one out. But we'll have to see as we get into the draft in just a moment.
Yeah, draft is going to be very important for Turkey. First one wasn't that great. I mean, just in general, it feels like the master that we always see now is really underwhelming. I don't know if it's a hero problem, to be honest, or if they just don't utilize it properly. But yeah, every time we see Marcy, it doesn't really seem very effective at all.
Right. So Bat Rider, Windrunner, of course, that Romania have been playing a lot, banned out. Weaver getting banned. We'll see if it's Beastmaster maybe getting banned by the side of Romania. They do have first pick, so they may not be so inclined to banning it.
Yeah. Beastmaster is one of the most ridiculous patches for him.
I mean, that was such a long time ago that they added Drums of Slum.
Yeah, but I mean, the map was reworked, right, with the double ancients that he can stack by himself. The new mana boots are amazing for him. That makes it super easy to just farm super fast.
Right.
Yeah, this entire meta is just great for Beastmaster anyways. Tank meta, push meta, takes Roche easily. There's nothing Beastmaster doesn't do in this patch.
Yeah, he controls the lane, controls the game, and becomes a real pain. Quite heavily so. So, ban the Hoodwink, ban the Shadow Fiend. I would assume that they would want to ban the Beastmaster coming out of this.
I hope so for them.
Going into reserve time and banning the Tiny.
And Tiny is also pretty broken. Are they just gonna first pick the Beast? The real question.
You could just go first pick Beastmaster, or honestly, first pick Darkseer. Both are going to be available.
Yeah, and obviously both of them are super strong. We're probably gonna... Well, we might end up seeing both of them in one game.
Mhm.
I still think I would rather have Beastmaster, though, if I had a choice.
So,
Monkey King?
going to the Monkey King, which you said is S tier.
Pretty damn strong, yeah. But I didn't think it was better than Beastmaster or Darkseer.
True. And Monkey King kind of looks at maybe getting Darkseer, but Jakiro here, which I don't really think Jakiro is that much of an S tier support.
No, but the matchup against Monkey in general is pretty good. So, in that sense, it makes... And that way it makes sense, but... Yeah, and both first picks, I don't know. I feel like in a tier 1 Dota game, we would have definitely seen Beastmaster and Darkseer here, or one or the other.
Right.
What do people see in this Monkey King that makes it so strong? Like, as a support, it's annoying, yes, but... I don't know. Maybe I'll be convinced after this game. But last time I saw it, it just didn't look that good. Jumped around, didn't do a whole lot else. Ultimately lost the game. And most of the time, I feel like Monkey King, if it's a support that facet, is just leaving the offlane alone anyway. And you kind of just sacrifice a hero to try to kill some couriers. Now, if couriers gave XP, I think it would be worth it.
Still no ban on Beast or Darkseer.
Interesting. Yeah, especially this Beastmaster not being banned is very questionable.
If it were to get... Darkseer made it to the, last phase of bans in the last game?
Yeah. Beastmaster was first phase ban. So I don't know why they suddenly don't pick it.
Oh yeah, taking some time here on this ban, but if it comes down to not wanting to give up Darkseer or Beastmaster and maybe take one of them, honestly, Beastmaster seems pretty solid here against Monkey King of your own. Probably be quite nice. And they take Coddle. So could be Coddle mid. Probably signaling more so towards the fact that it is Coddle mid.
Coddle. Good hero against Monkey King. We have seen a successful one yesterday. Although Waxon always says he absolutely hates that hero. What is your stance on him with Coddle?
It carried me to a win.
So, positive?
Yeah, positive.
I assume?
Yeah, definitely positive.
I think it has a lot of potential too. Obviously, heal damage. IO Gyro. Okay.
IO Gyro. I mean, we are just not... Darkseer and Beastmaster be damned, man.
Yeah, screw those heroes. Worthless.
I still think Darkseer works for Turkey.
It does. So does Beast.
I would say Beast
Coddle is perfect for Beastmaster.
I would say Beast not as much, only just because if you roar, there is that chance to just relocate away, right?
Yeah, but can you ever really fight into the Beastmaster as a thing as a gyrocopter? Well, they end up going with the Ursa, who we've seen earlier shred the gyrocopter. One of the better matchups, carry to carry.
But this time, Gyro is protected by a Wukongs, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time we see support monkey, and you need to have a really good early game in order to be a core later on. But I mean, Ursa is even good against Monkey King too, right? He's one of the few heroes that can actually fight Monkey King in the Wukongs. And you have Coddle to blast the Monkey King out of Wukongs potentially.
Beastmaster still a perfect pick for either team. They go Mars instead. So Mars your offlaner, Ursa your carry, and Kato could be your mid. You know what I really like here, potentially, and I don't know if you agree, this could just be a stupid suggestion, but Romania has played it a couple times. Huskar.
I like it. I think it's super good against Ursa in general. Very annoying against Coddle though, potentially, because you get outranged and then kited.
If the Kado's mid. But they are... Turkey is the one with the final pick, so...
Mid Coddle or not? I like mid Coddle. I want to see it. Although the Venge kind of makes it a little bit scarier, because level 18 Venge is a full screen swap. Heroes like Coddle are so afraid of that. Truthfully, I'm also surprised we don't see any Storm Spirits. Like Storm right now for Dire, it looks insanely good. Weeha loves Storm Spirit.
You gotta remember, Weeha didn't play the mid lane last game.
He did not. But Cancel also loves Storm Spirit, so... I mean, what mid doesn't love Storm Spirit? Such a strong hero.
Yeah. I will say, I think the fact that they are good enough to succeed with players playing in a lot of different positions makes them hard to read.
Romania, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's also, as I said, it can be a benefit, it can be a detriment. I really think it depends on who you play against as well.
Right.
I do believe Turkey, I mean, they're not bad, obviously. They beat them in the group stage. But this new Romania just looks to be quite a bit better. And yeah, they're just superior. If you're a superior team and you role swap, that is even more effective. Because then on top of being better, they have no clue what you're going to do. Like that Bad Rider carry, I never expected that one. And worked out so wonderfully for them.
So, a lot of time being taken. Down to their last 20 seconds on this final ban. They ban the Lina and go to the Snap, which could be mid. They could put the Monkey mid too. We've seen Monkey mid a couple times.
I think it would depend on the matchup probably, but I like Granny mid. It's strong. We've seen it win many times. Good overall here. I like that it makes a comeback in the mid lane. Honestly, that facet is so insanely OP on that hero.
The full bore?
No, the glancing blows on the core.
Oh.
Because you get a double hit, and people like to go Maelstrom. You get the proc for sure.
Because full bore is strong as well, in my opinion.
It is. It's super strong. But I feel like if you're a core, you're always going to transition to right clicker eventually. So you really want to have that split shot.
So what does it mean when Snapfire glances?
So you know her in it. She deals like bonus damage, but she has a chance to glance her shot when she then deals less damage, and that's basically that interaction.
Okay, yeah, because it was like it glances or misses a shot, and I'm like, other than Snapfire, I haven't really heard of,
Nope,
glancing.
just her.
You just look their way and you shoot twice. But yeah, Snapfire deals 25% more damage with her auto attacks, but has a 25% chance of a glancing shot.
And that in itself is pretty broken, if you think about it. Like, once you get the talent that the Shredder uses your attack damage, plus 25% for free. It's pretty crazy. And then, if you don't get the bonus damage, you get instead a split shot on 2 different targets.
Right.
So overall, the right-click snap is super strong.
So they're going to go mid-primal. We've seen this before. Nothing to Say was a big fan of it. It gets active early. It's one of those heroes that can rotate well with Onslaught.
Tanky.
It's going to be Ursa, Jakiro, and it could be mid Monkey King. Again, we don't know where everybody goes, but it could be safe lane, Monkey King, mid Gyro. And this is full bore support snap.
Aw.
Yep.
I'm a lot less excited now. Well, we'll see what the lanes end up being. I think Primal Beast does pretty well against most of the heroes. Monkey King Middle does also well against Primal Beast, of course. So who is on what exactly? Check it out once the game starts.
Yeah, we'll see what's where, who's where everybody ends up going, because it's up in the air for Romania. It's very interesting as we get into this one. We'll see who is going to be mid for the side of Romania. It looks like Weeha with the ward.
Yeah, Monkey King mid, carry Gyro on cancel, and then we have offlane Venge again. I mean, he's had a fantastic Venge game just now. So it makes perfect sense to put him back there.
So we'll see if game 2 goes the same way. As full bore with the blood grenade, rocket barrage coming through. But good dual breath. Another blood grenade slowing down this trample. Monkey King not hitting anybody, and they'll get first blood. This balance strike is late to save. And now the Illuminate does enough damage to get the kill on a flash. They've got the tether. And Weeha took balance strike, so he is going to try and fight back on Dingo. He's got the fairy fire, but it looks like Weeha's going to die. The Illuminate comes through. The dual breath is on 2. 77 now has to fight. This is going to be 4 kills for the side of Turkey.
And 3 of them going to the Mars. So that Gyro lane might be in a lot of trouble. How much gold is that for him? That's like almost 2 braces just at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, now you're unkillable.
Well, that's why I always say you gotta be so careful with those level 1 engagements. This is potentially game losing. They might now also get 3 bounty runes. Oh, we'll be getting 2 only.
Yeah, Flash picking up this second one. Yeah, it's tough. That's rough. It's already a 1,000 net worth lead. Granted, it can be put back by the fact that if you just have a decent enough lane. And this is a melee v melee lane mid, so it's not like Monkey King gets the disadvantage that could have been the potential there if a different pick had been had mid.
Yeah, in fact, Monkey King against Primal is quite good for the Monkey, because Primal always looks to just run at you, and you can easily out-heal that with your Jingu. Right. Should be pretty easy for him. Bot lane double range is also very strong. Shouldn't be too easy for the Ursa.
Truthfully, if Weeha had thrown that balance strike earlier, or if he was in the fight a little bit earlier, that could have gone the way of Romania, but he was away from the team. And the balance strike just did not seem to come through timely enough.
Yeah, if he was looking around.
If you want to take a quick glance at net worth, you can see how far ahead Mars is.
Yeah. Kind of what we expected, right?
Cancel's probably not too happy about that.
No, I don't imagine he is. Thanks for giving the guy 2 braces, guys.
Yeah, seriously. This trample, it's rough, but at the same time, like, you've got Onslaught, but if he waits on balance strike, he can just hit you with the balance strike as you start your Onslaught. Doesn't even have to wait.
Yeah, easy for the health.
Throws it there. Now the Onslaught going towards the creeps. And that will help him get a water rune. Fill up that bottle. Bottom lane. Some liquid frost as the Snapfire just trying to keep him back. Has that full bore, of course. And that's going to be the IO losing their courier. Not really a lot that Cancel can do here. He used that flat cannon, and it's not a lot of damage on this Mars because he's got double bracer 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Ton of armor thanks to that ringer as well. Yeah, it's going to be tough to control his Mars. Like, he could potentially be taking over this whole game. Depending on how his laning phase go. Which should be really, really easy at this point. Mid lane looks a bit rough though. 10 denies in already.
Yeah, Weeha kind of controlling that lane, and that's something that I said, you know, despite the fact that you've got this advantage, if he's just able to clean up well and do well mid, things should be okay. And Ursa's doing well. Mars is basically, you know, almost 3K at the moment in terms of net worth, which is insane. If they could get 1 kill on him, maybe. And they get flash bottom him. It's just Dingo's low, but not low enough, and might even just go back in on a 77 if he's not too careful.
Yeah, lane's not going too well for them right now. All of them really, except the mid lane. So Fuya will have a lot of rotating to do. Which is not too easy as a Monkey King, early on at least.
He almost got a solo kill out mid, and it did push the Primal out for a second, so he's going to have a pretty significant advantage. Venge is doing okay, all things considered.
I wonder what his item build is too on Monkey King. Whether it's going to be an old school Radiance build or more Acro Saber sort of focused build. Nice glyphs to be annoying.
Yeah, not give up any of those creeps with that onslaught and the trample combo. And it really is just Weeha dominating, because you want to look at the net worth again. He's catching up to this Mars. Considering the lead that this Mars has, but that being said, Ursa's doing the same. Ursa having a bit of a free game. These are massive stacks here that, if spotted, could be huge to steal, but I'm not sure who would even steal them.
Well, Gyrocopter can't really do it yet. Well,
Gyrocopter
need
can't.
a couple medals for that.
Yeah, ooh, 77's gonna die here. Giving Ursa even more. The TP out, and Flash is going to the tier 1 only.
Yeah, that lane is incredibly strong. You get the double slow from the Jakiro, and that's basically all that Ursa needs. He'll put in all the damage for you. Dude, those stacks. Who's gonna farm them on the Radiant? I guess they'll do it together.
They'd have to. Ice Path down, and there goes Weeha's advantage, 7-1, 2,000 net worth lead. Weeha feeling like the saving grace of this game, and now that he's died, the Ursa surpasses him. But that being said, Primal's still not exactly having that great of a game, and it's another couple of stacks made here by the Coddle. Man.
That is way too many stacks. It's like a 6-stack each, I think.
Something like that.
Well,
you could take the big
gonna
camp.
Take him, yeah, no problem.
Does this recover him pretty much back to where the Monkey King is, truthfully? And there's a scan there, and they're going to see this Ancient stack, but the question is whether or not they can do it. They've got Pulverize. You may not want to be here. This lines up a spear, and they will kill off this IO. Monkey King comes over, and they are, again, going to see this stack. But I don't think there's much they can do to contest it. GTI actually running through it, and you got to be a little careful with that. He's going to try and take it. Oh, no. All right, he'll just onslaught through it and go towards the Wisdom Rune.
Both teams kind of just whittling away the stack. Looking very funny. I wasn't sure why Cancel kept hitting the stacks, because he actually I damaged him quite a bit.
77 in trouble. Primal Spring. Oh, couldn't get away, but Dingo is dead. That's a good kill to get. You can see Weehaw doing quite a bit here as Ice Path is on cooldown for 5 more seconds, but they just cannot get close enough. Although Full Bore Scatter Blast could do enough damage with a Primal Spring. And there's the Boundless Strike, and they do it. And that's a 4-time spree going to Weehaw, so now he jumps up to same net worth as the Mars. Which, in turn, kind of means that Mars isn't getting as much as he would like in this lane.
Yeah,
he started with about 2,000 net worth.
Exactly. I thought he was going to be way richer and having a way better time than he does currently. But I mean, he's doing well for himself. He's going to have a fast Brink Dagger. He'll definitely be the carry, not the carry, the playmaker that they need.
Monkey King, though, with the arena down bottom. That is a second death for Weehaw.
Yeah, nice rotation for the Mars. Just as we spoke about him, too.
I don't know if you can really... You can be giving it up. He does have a good amount of gold, and they did actually take that big stack, that ancient stack. Onslaught through mid. 77. He's not level 6 yet. So he's going to die, and this is a TP into an Ice Path. He might try to turn this around, but you got to remember, again, there is a Pulverize available. Call down is used in a poor direction. They're going to go here for the Coddle. Flash trying to survive, but the Trample is in. They get the kill on a Flash. They'll end up trading. They'll go for the IO. The Trample doing so much damage. Onslaught is available. Ice Path, Dual Breath, as well as the Macro Pyre. Tethered on a cancel. They'll bring over the Venge. Venge does have a Magic Missile went up, but they just cannot catch up to GTI. And they know they have an OBS there, so they are eventually going to take it out. But man, this feels really bad.
So many rotations, and just not getting anything. Like, at all.
The IO. Turned it around, and here's the Wukongs. They're doing so much damage, even under this tower, even with the Wukongs. And he killed it, so gets the Jakiro. They were thinking about going in even more with this Coddle, but somehow Weehaw survives.
Yeah, I was just about to say the game is slipping completely out of their control. I mean, 4K lead at this time is still pretty massive, but if Monkey King died
equivalent to what Romania had.
Mm-hmm. The difference, though, is that Romania can actually recover back into this game. Well, Monkey King isn't the best at it, but Gyrocopter... And it's not going to be easy, truth be told. Like, Gyrocopter is going to have a hard game against Ursa Warrior.
He needs both these items before I think he does any damage. Both the Crystallis and the Ags.
That sounds about right, yep. And Venge this time around is having a horrendous game.
Yeah. He's going straight Ags as well. Monkey King Maelstrom, but I'm wondering if that'll be full Gleipnir to keep them in the Wukongs, as you also have this Orb of Corrosion.
Sounds pretty good, and it's a pretty old school build. Can you get out? Nope.
No.
And it's a TP on cooldown.
Yep. This Venge needs to stop showing in lane. I mean, I don't know how much there is to do in a game where you want your Gyro to farm and your Monkey to farm, but every time Venge shows up to lane, they just die.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, Ursa just destroys you. There's nothing you can do. Might be catching on Flash or two. Or behind the mid, they're looking, but can't find. Great BKB. As always for the Primal Beast. I mean, it's just such a godlike item on him.
Yeah, there's that first item that we've seen so many times before. Stoic. Onslaught. They've got the Dual Breath, Cookie, the stun, but Weehaw pulverized. He's dead after the Wukongs. The relocate and an arena miss. But they still killed Weehaw, so it doesn't quite matter. Where's Io going back to? I was going back towards top.
But the problem is they're not really farming at all on the Dire side. So you see, every time anybody dies, the gold range is growing and growing.
I mean, they're going on 2 different targets. I don't really understand this. They don't have Wukong's again. Weehaw Primal Springs to nothing. And now he's forced to run. But the Macro Pyre is there. Weehaw. He's on the run, but there is an Urn. There's an Illuminate, and eventually a death for this Monkey King. It's just a matter of when. And it'll be now.
Yeah, we might be seeing an early GG here. I don't know what happened, but Romania is crumbling like hard. All the plays and the rotations have been like they look very frustrated, you know? Like they have this urge of fighting right now when they really aren't ready to. AK behind in 13 minutes. You cannot keep running into them like that.
It's like they think that just opening up space for Gyro is going to be enough.
Yeah, but even then, Gyrocopter oftentimes joined the fights as well to forfeit his own life.
Arena. This is a dead Weehaw again. Maybe not. No, he's dead. And now Gyro's come over, but Io's already dead. If Gyro dies, I think you call it. You have nothing coming out of this game. That is a triple kill for Dingo, and you lose nothing on the side of Turkey.
Oh, no.
And it's a full team wipe with that onslaught kill. They're coming for revenge.
I have to admit, I do think Romania is a very emotions-based team. I don't want him to stay in here for too long. If it's gonna be going like this.
Right.
I mean, they still do have another life, right? Was it them? Or did they have to win one more to get there?
No, they'd have to win one more to have 2 chances.
Oh, wow. So actually, loser here is completely out, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, 12K in roughly 50 minutes, that has... It's a pretty big stomp. Not like the 5-minute GG that we saw, but... It's tough. How do you recover from this?
Not
it's
sure.
Very difficult. You don't even have team fight. Your team fight is literally non-existent.
Yeah. I have no idea what you want to do. Monkey King dead again. They don't have vision on this IO. They'll lose a second. And Gyro is going to die here. That's going to be a third. 25-5.
Still a sign to stay in it. So obviously they still see a chance. But just looking from an observer's POV, I don't really know what they can do to get back into the game.
Yeah, I really don't know either. It doesn't feel possible at all.
Look at both the supports. They're almost the same network as the Monkey. And now the 2 cores are taking farm from each other.
It's going to be an Aegis.
An easy one. 3-1.
Again, I really don't have any answers on what you want to get done here in this game anymore.
Likewise. We'll see. Maybe they come up with something.
Murmur's Kisses, Wukong's Command. They get the Mars. And that's 1. It's a good amount of gold for the Venge, but they lose Flash. They lose the IO. Cancel's going to die again. Down goes 77. That is 4 heroes gone as Weehaw's trying to fight for his life. But they shut that down with a full team wipe here. Romania's got their foot on the gas, but they're off-roading at this point.
They have been for a while, yeah. Can't keep on track. Yeah, see a little bit of replay here. I mean, I call it a replay. It's really just a slaughter. Yeah, so much AoE damage coming out from the Radiant side. Is if you have children or an upset tummy, do not watch.
That is a bloodbath. Currently.
So Jakiro is initiating onto an Io Gyro. Okay. Now I've seen it all.
Yeah. That seems to be Io relocate. Nope. Ice path. Kill on it too. How many times are they gonna just allow themselves to get killed? I mean, this is. I don't know why they're staying in it.
At what point is it a detriment to you and fueling the enemy? You know, like they're definitely feeling themselves right now. Turkey is. Still not giving up on it.
Oh, Weeha will get a kill on the Jakiro, maybe. But they're not afraid to come in. They're not afraid to go throw down this arena. Spear actually still connects, even with the swap. KB popped, pulverized, right clicks on a cancel, trying to get out. But Solar Bind is slowing him up. They go to the onslaught, and they're going to get another kill here on a 77. They'll look over at Flash. They've got Weeha trying to fight, but Ursa's on him. And that is another dead Monkey King, 35-7.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to fight back. They're trying to find opportunities. It's just, when you're just far behind and every enemy's so tanky. I mean, even the Jakiro, he only died because he went in there with, like, what, 500 HP?
Sort of. He had he had enough HP, but, you know, Monkey King was going for it. It's not even truly that bad of a move.
Yeah, playing with the food a little bit too much, perhaps. But, you know, when you're down one game and you're having a good game like this, feel yourself all you have to, man.
BKB for the Ursa.
Yeah. We already exceeded the 1k advantage per minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually when a game is classified as a storm pitch.
And not early either, because they did technically have a 1k lead.
Wow. Flash died to Ursa hitting the Tormentor.
Yep.
Oh, that's so funny. Like, he couldn't even do anything. He died, literally died instantly.
Let's see where they're going. So they go to the spear and they relocate to the secret shop. Oh. Okay.
Huh.
Interesting. And he just is going to expire, blink over, and they're searching. They've got Cancel, who will die again, as that is going to be the 7th death for this Gyro. 13, 1, and 10 for this Primal Beast. The Ice Path lands. They'll rip apart Flash. That's going to be godlike for the Ursa. They'll find 77. And get yet another kill on this Venge. Has the Ags, but you can call it a double. Illusion
No,
dies.
I can't call it a double. No. Not how it works. It should, though.
Now then the Ags wouldn't be worth it.
True.
So go up onto the high ground for a little bit. But they have backed off. Up 26,000.
27.
Maybe
26.
Maybe potentially waiting, but the net worth does not deceive you. We are not sorted by team.
Wow. That is a super rare sight to see in any Dota game like ever.
Yeah, and it's the second time this tournament that we've seen it. As Flash dies again, now 39-7. This is reminiscent of and it's the game that had happened in the Slovakia game. Not the 5-minute one, but the Czech Republic over Slovakia.
Yeah, that's what, 31-9 scoreline or something?
It was like 60-9.
60 to
20
9.
minutes. Little glyph. As Weeha looking to build the BKB. Ags almost finished here on Gyro, so maybe then, with a perfect initiation, they'll have the damage, and could be possible.
I mean, if anything, the resilience is very commendable, right?
Sure. I mean, if it works, yeah. But how much is it going to hurt if it doesn't work? Is the BKB is popped. They've got the Solar Bind. They go to the dual breath. They're on the back lines here with the trample. They'll get the kill in a 77. They have that illusion for a second, and it's not going to matter as the second illusion isn't there. Wukong's Boundless Strike. Can they get anything from this with the BKB? The Pulverize into the Ice Path to get the kill in a Weehaw. They'll take the IO. And that is now 3 heroes dead. They don't have this Ags yet on Gyro. They are not showing up to the fight. They will get the kill in a flash. And that will be all 4 defending dead.
Cancel didn't want to defend.
Well, he doesn't have that Ags yet.
Wait, he had a DD, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have anything for the... He needs the Ags. Otherwise, you're just shooting one target. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I mean, if the team wants to defend, you gotta be there.
Venge dead again. Illusion also dead again. So now Gyro comes back, pops that flak cannon, and they've got the homing missile going through, but it'll die before it gets there. They can reinitiate if they want to. They've got Blink and Arena in 12 seconds.
Yeah, Color's seeing them all up.
Arena back up. Pulverize is there. Flash is dead. Top set of racks are in trouble, and they've got this tier 3 low, but they'll use their last glyph. Get that tower, and they go for the arena, which breaks the tree. They get the kill on the 77. That's going to be Weeha looking very dead. And he's got the Spirit Vessel on him. The Jingu won't matter. They've got themselves the kill. Gyro is next. Tethered up, killed off, gone. Ags doesn't matter. Down goes the IO. And Weeha buys back to Wukong's to try and get this kill on a Dingo, but they just cannot get it. And he gets pushed all the way out of that Wukong.
You're gonna stand his ground with the Wukong
Built
stack?
flash. Boundless Strike, jumping to the other side, trying to get the Mars. Mars finally dies. Weeha's dead with the buyback used.
The Mars was 1,700 gold.
Yeah.
Avenge bot back and dead again.
And dead again. As the illusion, Will-O-Wisp is down. Swap comes through. Maybe they could kill this Jakiro. Magic Missile, but the Illuminate keeps him alive. Pulverize again. And Flash dies. They do not get the Jakiro. GG is finally called. 53-8, 27 minutes into the game. And they're going to a game 3.
Yeah, I think that took way too long, and I really hope it didn't hurt Romania in the long run, because you could see how discombobulated they were.
Yeah.
Cancel literally refused to defend at the very end
Mm.
there. The entire team goes in, he's farming Ancients. Not the best look. Hopefully, yeah, they'll get things back on track for game 3, because this was not pretty at
No,
all.
not at all.
I'm not sure what happened. Like, they looked, they were completely crumbling.
Yeah.
TPs in, like rainbow TPs in, you know, one by one. You die, okay, I die, okay, he dies. And yeah, it's just not a good look.
No,
Yeah, the
not at all.
draft wasn't that good, but still very playable. But yeah, they were just not in the right mood.
No, a complete turnaround from game 1 to 2, of course, with the DC. But even before that, it looked like Romania was winning in game number 1. Game 2, though, completely Turkey, and now one win away from being in a qualifying BO3 and having 2 lives to qualify. You could see in these highlights that it's just all Turkey the entire time.
Yeah, it as we said, it turned into a bloodbath halfway through the game.
Yeah.
Brutal. Absolutely wrecked. What
Yeah.
else can we say? You're done.
Not much. It is, I mean, every fight is just, can we get one kill out of it? Can we get anything out of it? And they just can't the entire time, so it doesn't end up working anyway. And what can you do? I mean, this is just, I agree they should have GG'd out a little bit earlier, but they unfortunately didn't. And it ended up that Turkey, continued to just dominate, and they take it to a game 3. So we'll be back with game 3 in just a moment. Stay tuned. We'll see you in a bit. All right, and welcome back to IESF EU qualifiers. We're down to our last game. It's Turkey against Romania, as it's 1-1. First game was Romania, as they won 5v4, but were winning in the beginning. And now the second game, it was all Turkey. So game 3, we'll see what goes on, what happens, and who ends up winning. I mean, based on game 2, it feels like it was all Turkey, and might even be enough mental damage to go into game 3 and just dominate.
Yeah, I think it will highly depend on the draft, but what you're saying is very right.
Yeah.
I think they stayed in the game a little bit too long. Hopefully not too long for their own sake, but we'll see what comes out of the draft. And then from there, we have a pretty good idea how Romania will perform, because honestly, the draft in game 2 was not that good. I don't know why they wanted to pick the Monkey King mid lane. You had so many options to pick good heroes. Beastmaster in there for so long. I really don't know why nobody picked that.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange, that the hero prioritization.
Yeah, it felt like I liked the Romanian draft, but they just did not get out of lanes well enough. I think that beginning in that fight where they ended up giving up 4 heroes,
4 kills, yeah.
And 3 to the Mars just shut it all down.
Yeah, it could have been the beginning of the, end for them.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, in that game in particular, they look pretty checked out, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it almost felt like they were checked out after that all happened, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But,
We'll see.
New game, new life.
And it comes down to a BO1 to try and make things happen. Which, is how they've been playing, but BO1 style. Technically, right now, it is 2-1 Romania. Or 2-1 Turkey. They won the BO1.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see if we do see the ability to kind of make something happen for either team.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking at pure the games, then also Turkey definitely, stomped them much harder than Romania stomped them in game 1. So we'll see. Honestly, I don't know how strong Turkey really is. Game 1 and 2 were pretty bad ways of gauging each team's strength, I feel like. It was too one-sided. Hopefully game 3 is a more even game, so we can really get a clear picture of where both teams actually stand.
Yep, and it is going to be priority for Romania as we're doing the coin toss right now. And second priority is going to be for Turkey, of course, with that first priority with the coin flip being won there by the side of Romania.
Yeah.
What would you take? What were you a fan of taking back in the day?
I am definitely first, a last picker.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter to me, honestly, because my heroes were usually first picked. But just having that option of having the ultimate last pick, the gotcha, or the solution to problems, always makes
Right.
drafting a lot easier. When you have first pick, you need to be really, really good at picking a well-rounded draft throughout the entire game, which is where a lot of people fall short. I mean, both in game 1 and 2, we have seen Turkey game 1 draft was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Game 2 draft for Romania, it wasn't awful, but I would also say not great. It was very risky. I don't like risky drafts like that at all.
Yeah, it's been very complicated for both. Nobody's picked a choice just yet on this coin flip, so we're just kind of waiting away for that. And it's tough to put a draft together and figure it all out, especially when you're behind early like that, right?
Yeah. Just having like a way back into the game is so important.
Yeah.
You don't have that. Like having zero leeway for mistakes just puts so much pressure on you.
Mm-hmm.
Unnecessary pressure. So don't do that. Pick easy executable lineup. Always. No need to be
Also,
fancy. Yeah.
game 1 of North Macedonia and Bulgaria went the way of North Macedonia.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So they're really, really coming together, huh?
Yeah.
I like to hear it. I like to hear it. I would love to have them again on tomorrow. But I would also love to have Bulgaria on tomorrow. One of them dies here, right? Oh, it's eliminated.
Oh, yeah, one of them
Die.
gets eliminated here. Both of them get eliminated, one from each. So we'll see. One from each series. But first pick going the way of Turkey, Romania taking the Radiant. I believe they took second pick and Turkey took Dire.
Are you one of the believers that the camera is easier on one side than the other?
No. But saying that, I do prefer playing. Maybe I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I know a lot of players have a preference, but surprisingly, the preference is not always the same. Some people say, I like the camera here better. Other people say, yeah, this one's better for me. I'm always wondering what kind of views people have. I personally definitely prefer the Radiant cam.
Ooh, Keeper of the Light again.
First pick this time. Damn. I mean, he performed really well last game. Those stacks, absolutely juicy.
Yeah, the stacks were insane. He had 7 stacks within the first while. Like first 7 minutes or so. 7 stacks. I don't want to say early in that, like 7 stacks in the first 5 minutes, but here's that clockwork that Romania enjoyed in game number 1.
It's a very good option also against the Coddle. Well, I guess it kind of goes both ways, where the blind light can just shoot you out of the cocks, but just catching the Coddle is going to be much, much easier of that hero. On the board. Well, it seems like Turkey anyway enjoys the support Coddle, so it's not that big of a deal.
Was Beastmaster or Darkseer got completely ignored last game, right?
Yeah, I still don't understand why.
That's completely crazy to me.
Like, literally, Beastmaster, in my opinion, my very honest opinion, is right now the easiest hero to pick and win games with. Like, it's so simple. Very hard to lose lane. Your farming speed is crazy. You become mega tanky, and you take all the objectives easily. What's there to not like?
Yeah. Getting rid of that Snapfire and the Jakiro.
Yeah, Jakiro is creeping up more and more as well. Looked pretty good last game too. Honestly, Jakiro looks even borderline broken if you pair him up with the right heroes. Like this Ursa Jakiro lane looks really strong. So much slow, and Ursa just beats the crap out of you.
Yeah, I would say get rid of the Ursa again.
Ursa could be a good ban. Other than Ursa, maybe. I mean, there's so many options with Coddle. Can't really ban them out.
Getting rid of the Mars is a good take as well. Clockwork now going to be paired up with Gyro again.
Well, he didn't really get to play last game, so I guess it makes sense.
The question is, do you want it now mid or safe lane?
Safe lane, please.
Because I think, taking it off, taking it, the Monkey King off a safe lane was a big blunder as well.
Phoenix and Coddle. And Blinding Light Supernova also in the mid game can be absolutely devastating.
And the Ursa to protect it.
Ursa again against the Gyrocopter. I mean, it's one of the most common answers we see nowadays. And they obviously don't really care too much about it. Now they need better heroes. Like the last game was just not it. Taking sweet time again. Honestly, I'm always worried.
Ooh.
Root
I
Mother.
like the Brood. The Midas, or not the Midas, the Orchid's going to be good in a game like this.
Yes. Definitely true. It is still a little bit scary, though. Carry Brood against Puddle plus 1 spam. Like, that's actually one of the lanes where Brood can really struggle in.
Mhm.
I will see what the pairing is for the Phoenix, obviously. But as it's thinking again.
I don't know if I like, unless this is a support Monkey King, I don't know if I want it mid. I'd rather it in the 4 position.
Yeah, but even in a support position, I'm not the biggest fan. Like, support Monkey Clock doesn't sound super strong to me. I know where they want to force this
It's a
Monkey King
lockdown.
again. I mean, yeah, they have stuns. It's just 2 melee heroes like that. It's gonna be not the easiest to lane. I mean, Ursa himself was not that strong. He'll need a strong support to really make use of his skill set. And there's no Jakiro this time around, obviously. But I just feel like it's so volatile again. Like, Root, Monkey, Clock. It can definitely work. It's just, you're not allowed many mistakes at all.
Right.
Which kind of brings the game back again to what it was previously. Magnus, what? We have not seen that hero in forever, man. But, I mean, Magnus, Coddle. Dude, I have not seen Magnus for so long. I actually need to read up about his skills. So, RP doesn't stun anymore, right? No, it does. What did they took away from the stun? Something didn't stun anymore.
His
Reverse
changes
polarity
were
pushes.
the effect radius increased. Max knockback distance on reverse polarity is 700 to 850. Cooldown decreased from 120 to 100.
I remember people complain that Magnus is an absolutely dead hero because RP didn't stun him. But did it revert that?
And that is reverse polarity that does that. So.
Oh, and the run through is just a skewer, right? Yeah, the skewer is well, okay. In that case, it's still a very good option. Double BKB piercing disabled. Well, I count Ursa as one because he's always going to build a basher. Against Gyro, Brute, and Monkey, that is a very strong lineup already.
Imagine the Magnus goes reverse polarity just for the Phoenix Egg.
I hope not. I mean, the stun is just too good. And the cleave with the Ursa. I mean, let's be real. Like, if you focus Egg and you get like a 3-man RP off, the team fight is probably won anyway. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, last pick time again for Romania. I think they have a couple of problems to solve.
Huskar?
I would not mind that at all. I think, as I said, it's amazing against the Ursa. Would also make good use of the support Monkey King. Can really keep up with the tempo.
Also, update to game number 2 of North Macedonia Team Bulgaria. North Macedonia is currently up 13,000.
Damn, dude.
They might
They're
2-0
going to eliminate
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria?
The problem is their next step is going up against the one team that they lost to in groups, I believe.
Which is that?
Let me just double check this real quick. And
they only had one loss in groups. I think you're right. Yeah.
It was to Belarus.
Also, have we seen Belarus on stream?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get to cover them yet. How were they?
Yeah. They were okay. They were good. Solid. PO looks good.
You know, it's actually going to be super funny if suddenly in the lower bracket it's Belarus versus North Macedonia, how it looks like right now. Timbersaw. Okay, now that's some damage. I like that pick. This is scary. Like, if they pick an Odie now on Radiant, wow. I think Odie is actually a perfect pick here. Some Odie, some pure damage. You want damage now. You need damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Odie necessarily, but something like that.
Timber also takes care of Monkey King in a core role if he's jumping from tree to tree. So, let's see.
Yeah. Time is ticking. 30 seconds to go. I still don't like the lineup super much. See, the last pick can convince me.
I really think they have to go Monkey King support. He's just
I
countered.
agree.
You don't get anything done here.
Full agree.
And they might have. You never know where Morphling's going to go. It is going to be, support Gyro. So they're committing to the Monkey King core and a 5 Gyro.
I don't know how much I like that. And it's not like Morphling is even that free. You know? Ursa against Morphling is not terrible.
I hate that Broodmother set, man. Oh gosh, that one really gives me the chills.
The Black Widow one?
Yes. I'm actually gonna put something in front of my screen. I don't want.
So you got arachnophobia?
I don't hate all spiders. I just hate spiders I know that look like that. Like those little tiny jumping spiders that are all kind of like, they've got like fur or whatever. They look real nice. They're kind of cute. They're like this big. Sure. But anything that can kill me and or is bigger than like this big, I'm out. I'm done, dude. Like,
Hey, let me
no
ask you an
shot.
important question. Have you played Bloodborne?
No, not yet.
Okay. Maybe you shouldn't play it then.
A lot of arachnids.
Now, I'm just gonna say there's this one room.
In
They're not
in, ga- in games,
they're not even
it's
trying to hide it, B-Cup, okay? There's this one room where the most realistic looking spiders ever will just hang down from the ceiling and fucking look at you. Sorry
see
for the curse
now
word.
that
No, they look really realistic and huge. They're massive.
in a video game, that's fine.
Are you sure? I
Yes,
thought that when the thing
I've
came down, you know how fast it sprinted to me? Full room, half a second. Like, I'm like, holy crap. I literally left the room and I had to turn off the game for a while. I was actually terrified. Like, when you play Bloodborne and you get to that room or past that room, please send me a clip of your stream or something.
Well, is it on PC yet?
I don't think so, and I don't know if they ever will.
Yeah,
bring it
that's
to
what
PC.
everybody's been praying for.
Yeah, I mean, Bloodborne is just an amazing game. Bro, when ready, time to ascend into elimination. Or descent, how you want to look at it.
All right, here we go. Yeah, I heard that everybody's hoping FromSoft actually does make Bloodborne PC.
I have to admit, I'm not sure why they don't. It sounds like it's gonna make them like literal millions of dollars. Everybody would buy it. I
Hell,
would buy
Elden
it.
Ring DLC might win Game of the Year this year.
It might.
I don't even know if that's possible technically, but it should.
DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a full game.
Technically, yeah.
So this time around, Romania is not going to give up 5 before the horn, or 4.
Yeah. Taking it easy. You can see how passive they are too. They definitely want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Although they
Which is good.
see this with this obs down bottom. Let's see. I was going to say maybe they go for this, but I don't know. This obs, to me, like, what does this provide you other than this behind the tier 1 vision?
Yeah, not that much.
Like, is it just for couriers? Like, is
But that's
that
the
what
thing.
you're
They're
going for?
they're not the team with the Monkey King. I'm not the biggest fan of that ward either, I gotta admit.
Because my question is, why, if you're going to look for, say, a rotation with that ward, why wouldn't you then just put the ward on the twin gate?
Yeah, that's right. No need to put it down there. Now, mid lane though, Monkey King generally doesn't have too many problems against Timber. You always get the Jingus up, you can always leech life. You should never really be in danger of dying. Offhand Brute Mother against Ursa.
Whirling Death doesn't exactly feel too awful without the tree bonus damage, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's also the tree bonus damage that makes it sound so violent. I love that sound, I gotta admit. That one is okay, but when you cut trees, then it becomes real juicy.
My question is, now, GTI does have a wand queued up, but does he just use these iron branches to try and Whirling Death? Flash in trouble?
It's only ever
Icarus
worked if you get a
dive.
kill with it.
Fail.
It's burning.
Fairy Fire wasn't enough. First blood
That
going
is
the
already
way
not a great start.
of Turkey. At least it was just the Phoenix, or the Gyro this time. By the Phoenix. Oh, that's why that ward was there.
I mean, if you get a lot of courier kills with it, it makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Cogs, Illuminate. Some mana being taken here away from this Coddle. And
Basically playing dodgeball. Something you're really good at.
yeah, I would think so. I hope so.
You're definitely gonna teach me that as well. I watched a lot of dodgeball, but I never really got to play it much. But it looks super fun.
As a small kid, dodging was easy.
Yeah, but it looks more epic when you're an adult now.
Yes. So, they'll lose another courier. This one is Clockwork's courier going down, and maybe they're starting to get a hint that there might be a ward here. Ooh. Cancel shifting, and that's dangerous when an Illuminate could pop you. Another lane where Weeha is doing really well. But Flash dying again here top, and this is not the Brood lane you'd be hoping for.
The problem is Phoenix loves these kind of heroes to play against. Like, Brood has 0 magic damage basically until level 6. Just right clicks, and Fire Spirit just completely disable you. There's nothing you can do, literally.
Yeah.
Weeha again, as you said, though. He'd have to be the saving grace for the team once more.
This time Cancel's getting more out of the lane.
Yeah, Morphling against Magnus is usually considered quite easy, quite free.
Icarus dive to turn around. Weeha in trouble. They need a TP now, and they need it bad. Boundless Strike. Illuminate coming through. 3 heroes here. No TPs for Romania. And that is what we saw in game number 2, when they were able to get that kill and just clean up. But now a flat cannon, and GTI is fine, but they at least get the Phoenix. But Flash, I mean, his TP's on cooldown. You don't see a TP from the Clockwork. Even Cogs might have gotten the save there. It's not helping Weeha, who we've talked about being the save in this game.
Yeah, and also leaves alone a Brute Mother for quite a while. She's doing very fine in the CS, though. So, shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Brood dying.
Okay, just as I say that. Well, go.
Yeah, I mean, there was an Icarus dive top. Not really survivable, and it is that easy to kill this Brood at the moment.
CS-wise, though, they're looking good. Small lead for Turkey. Definitely not irrecoverable.
Yeah, but at what point do you have to activate? Like, you need to get this Orchid at a relatively decent time. Otherwise, Brood is one of those heroes that from behind doesn't do that great, right?
Yeah, I'd agree. Brood from behind feels pretty bad. Generally. But it's kind of the same line they picked themselves into again, right? With the Mid-Monkey King.
The Ursa.
What they want to.
Chasing after this Brood again. I don't quite have the damage here. I could chase him back a little bit, but it's not easy. Timber again getting low, but just surviving. If Weeha was able to get one of those solo kills, things would feel so much better for him.
It's so hard to solo kill the Timber, though. So tanky.
It's so close.
Yeah, it is.
Because he's gone 2-2-1.
The problem with the Monkey King is his damage is really easy to calculate, right? Not like a sudden burst of magic damage or whatever. Like 4 hits, and then a Boundless. It's a pretty gradual build-up.
And I will say, there is a certain point where I believe that they go for GTI again, but that Whirling Death, the Illuminate Weeha taking a lot of damage, needs to think about diving in again, and if it's worth it. Gyro's on the Ursa, Icarus dive over, Flash burning out, and he is going to die to these Fire Spirits. So they give up another kill. And there is a certain point that if they get to it, maybe they could see something good happening here. With the fact that it should be, first of all, it should be Cogs, and they should be able to get this Wisdom Rune stolen. But there's a point where Morphling becomes the Magnus, and in team fights, could mean that there is a good amount of empowers on Monkey King, on Brood, on Morphling, maybe. And maybe their
definitely
damage
one
is
of the
too
better
overwhelming.
Still, yeah. Empower, especially on Morphling, is of course insane because it gives you this own scaling bonus damage. No. Too deep, guys. I know you're feeling yourself, but don't feel yourself too much. Oh, Monkey King also getting pretty damn low.
Has that Boundless Strike back to full level 6 here for GTI. He doesn't have the mana for Chakram, but he does have a sip on that wand and bottle. Ooh, Shockwave
nice.
on Weehaw. They get the kill onto the Phoenix. They're still chasing. They've got a homing missile. This should allow GTI to get caught by Weehaw, but now with that pickup, the extra sips, GTI is on the run. The Boundless Strike misses, and now he's under the tier 2. You can't chase. You've wasted all this time.
That was a crucial miss. Definitely would have netted them a kill. Well, again, this is the problem when you don't have targeted spells. Easy score out. Nice. Shouldn't die here. No bounties, long cooldown. Actually, no bounties. It's actually off cooldown now.
Now he's on him, but the RP is used. That's good for the Radiant if they can catch up, and they will. Cogs there, and they get this kill onto the Magnus, and that is RP wasted.
Yeah, look at Timber's net worth. He's didn't quite low. Broodmother's still doing quite well for herself, but she's dead.
Yeah.
Is she? Is she? No, she's burning, but she's fine.
Just alive. That is a dangerous play. Looking over Chakram once again, and also stacking at the same time. They need to make sure that they could swipe these stacks. Also, this is going to be a Broodmother that goes Arcane Boots and then into the Orchid. If it is the Orchid. I feel like it has to.
I hope it is. It's really good against the Dire lineup. Phoenix hates it, Caudle hates it. I mean, all of the heroes hate it, really. Should be an auto pickup. Unless you want to go for the Aura Brood, which we have seen sometimes.
Skewer under tower. Morphling shifting, and now Gyro getting caught here by the double Chakram at level 6, which is totally fair and balanced.
Yeah. Why not get a 25 talent for free?
Or an Ags, previously.
For next. Now the problem for Ursa is you can't really lane top anymore. They probably have to delegate either the Caudle there, which is pretty easy dove by them though, or the Timbersaw, which is a much safer choice.
This tier 1's dead. I don't even think you can lane anybody there. They're going to try and lane Phoenix, but even with level 6, do you really get it done? Good recovery so far by Romania, and they're going to look at GTI, who's going to be hit with these cogs. Timber chains away, and ooh, the Primal Spring into a tree that it's already broken. So technically he didn't touch the tree, so he still gets stunned, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's how it works. Like if you jump on the tree and while you jump on it, it gets cut, you get stunned as well. No. They don't really have good catch on the Turkish side, huh? What stun do they have? 1 RP, that's it.
Kato losing that Blade of Alacrity, so he won't have that Yasha when he's got the gold for it. So it's not,
Aura Brood.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I will see if the team can make really good use of it. Like there is a chance it could just be really good, right? So let's see what happens. Guardian Griefs are of course an awesome item.
I guess so, but
Kansas Courier has been killed for quite a while. How long has the notification been there?
The whole time, since minute 2. I don't really think that this is going to be that great of a Orchid game, as they're going to try and go for this Magnus. They have RP. You need to be careful. The Guardian Greaves are good for sustain, but would that have worked? I need confirmation on that as GTI dies. Would that have worked?
What exactly did he try to do?
Monkey King was he was mischieved as a tree.
Yeah.
As
he tried to hook the
getting
tree?
Run down. Yeah.
That does not work.
Oh.
That's not. Wait, he actually tried to hook the tree?
I threw one. Whether or not it was like on purpose. Monkey King, balanced strike. One more right click gets the kill into the Phoenix, and Monkey King getting a lot out of the game. Top of the net worth by quite a margin. TP in over mid, but they've got a homing missile. And Wukong's available, but Timber Chain into the cogs. And they're going to buy back on the Phoenix to try and save the life of GTI. They're trying to get this kill. Dingo comes in. GTI will not die just yet and finally falls to Flash, who's getting chased here by the Earth, so they get the kill to the Clockwork. Looks like they're going to lose this Gyro as well. Doesn't die to the Illuminate, but that allows Dingo to get the kill. You almost kind of wanted to die to the Illuminate.
That's pretty much Battlefield done in the Ursa. Nice gameplay though by Weeha, I gotta say. Like, his Monkey King is really good. It makes sense that they prioritize it so much now. I don't like the type of Fury it is, but he's making it work so far. Oh, that's a big stack. Battle Fury after these two creeps, then he can take the stack no problem. Where's my Empower? I heard it. But where is it? Oh no, Timber? That's a report right there.
What, taking the stack?
Yeah. I mean, he needs it, but still.
But Ursa just getting the Battle Fury. He could have taken that stack.
Yeah. Well, it's probably better to give it to Timber because he does need to recover. His game is actually really bad, but look at the supports. They're really rich. The cores, however, struggling.
By the way, is this the build for Morphling where you just go 4 levels on waveform, 2 on the shift, but 2 in your stats?
Generally, no. You definitely max the shift first because it gives stats anyway. Interesting. Haven't seen that one before.
And Broodmother has made the switch to Orchid.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, same.
It's a way to go to an Orchid game.
Right, it stops GTI from getting away with Timber Chain. It adds good damage to a lot of these heroes that make them so killable. The Phoenix. And they're going to try and get this kill on the Clockwork. Call down used. Hook shot away. Call down used, though. This is a 5-position gyro. You got to remember, RP is committed on that. Icarus dive over, and there's that Orchid. And a quick kill with it. Stoic not having any chance with that new Orchid, but we are taking a lot of damage. Already dead. So is 77, and that is the power of Empower.
Power from Power and Power farmed Earth.
Oh. I mean, the
yeah,
power
this
of Empower
Ursa
and the Battle Fury, yeah.
Yeah, he's chunking away. My Phoenix is level 10 actually. Jesus, super high level. Obviously goes down there. Ah, it's because he used his Yules offensively. I see. So he actually already has the Yules.
Getting 4 kills for that.
Yeah, if like 2 or 3 heroes get RP'd, it's gonna get really scary. With a Battle Fury as well.
So Orchid now back to Guardian Greaves. Monkey
yeah,
King
I think that's fine.
First.
Leipnir, huh?
Yeah.
It's a good Monkey King item. Stun into Gleipnir, or Gleipnir to stun. Ensures Wukong basically gets 2 hits out, at least.
Okay, for Weeha. Icarus dive. Oh, gosh, this facet on display there, jumping from tree to tree. They're really looking. They're trying.
Yeah. Didn't get lucky just yet.
This whole time cancels farming. Like, this is such a better game than the last one. But there's the blink in, right clicks. They do have RP, but blink is on cooldown. Adaptive strike stops him for a second, allows Cancel to try and run away. He's got 4 seconds till he can waveform. He's shifting as much as he can, but he ends up dead. GTI comes in and gets a kill. Cancel, Flash, as well as this Clockwork are dead, but 77 gets a kill on the Ursa. That's semi-worth.
Yeah, didn't get the Enrage out because it got Orchid, of course. It's just a good item. Orchid, honestly, it's way too good of an item. Way too cheap. It does too much. The silence duration should be 5 seconds. There's no way.
Maybe on Bloodthorn.
Yeah, Bloodthorn is fine, but Orchid?
And it's still 30% of the damage received while silenced.
Yes, it's ridiculous. It gives attack speed, it gives the mana regen, it gives health regen.
Now, I can see the want in Guardian Greaves earlier, considering in fights like that, they would have been saved.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see the want for not doing that.
Yeah, I agree. I generally prefer more offensive options anyway. I like to be able to make plays rather than to react to plays.
Timber chain away. There's the Orchid.
No RP just yet. Still pulling down, of course.
Icarus dive. Orchid off cooldown in 3 seconds. And they're going to go and pull this Morphling in. Timber chaining away, trying to survive it all. Cancel's going to get low. Spirit Vessel on him. He survives. Hook shot hits GTI. They get the kill onto this Timber Saw. Wow. Very close to dying there. Almost as close as it gets, if not at that point.
Yeah. Let's make it out alive, though.
RP. Skewer. Brood does still die very quickly. And Sunray on a flash. They'll get this kill. Boundless Strike stops it too late, and Dingo's got a double.
Now, that's the problem with the flimsy lamps we are speaking about all the time, right?
Yeah.
One mistake is all it takes, and you just die so easily.
Is Morphling going to be better late game against this Ursa?
It's not bad, but not super good either. Like, Morph hates single target damage, and Ursa has an abundance of that. The biggest thing why he's so good is because the stacks just last for like 40 seconds. So, if you have like 10 on you, and you initially survive, you will still die later on, because you take so much damage.
There's the Monkey King. He's got that Gleipnir ready.
Yeah. Game is slowly starting to go into the favor of Turkey more and more, though.
It's going closer and closer for Turkey, but I think the late game looks better for Romania in certain areas.
Yeah, I mean, their late game is definitely really good. It's just I'm afraid this Ursa is going to snowball too hard.
Especially if they stop this Roche from being taken by the Dire. Romania are in a good spot. And just for an update to everybody, and I'll hold that thought as they go for Weeha.
Did North Macedonia do it?
No, they did not. Bulgaria took game 2 in a comeback. So they're going to find Weeha. They're going to try and get this kill. They need somebody to help with this. Rocket Flare comes in. Jeezy's here. Dingo kills him off, and they will get the kill onto the Weehaw.
That should... Oh, nice snack on the Roche.
It's all that time, and then Aegis is there. For now, the side of Romania, it's on a cancel, which is a good target to have. Call down's in, but they've already lost the Broodmother. They get the kill there onto this Magnus. Supernova and needs to turn back into the Morphling to try and blow up this egg. One shot. Oh, on the waveform, he ends up exploding. Everybody else is dead.
God, yeah.
Oh, another one last hit egg. And he's going to try and go through the Twin Gate, try and escape, but there's a Yule's used by the Timber to stop that.
This has to be one of the closest.
Another one.
Egg. Nah, the hit was literally inside the egg. As it popped. That's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, it's looking pretty bad now for Romania suddenly.
But certainly still doable. Weehaw. BKB, you can't die like this. Who is here with you? Where is your team?
They're kind of reminiscent of Game 2, isn't it? Where suddenly everything kind of doesn't work anymore. Very disconnected feeling. Alright, they definitely gotta figure out what's going on right now. Because another fight like that, and they're out. Like, this is do or die.
Yep. Yeah. They're in a big struggle now. Quite a rough situation for Romania.
Mm-hmm.
Again, ultra late game, yeah, maybe they get there, but they need to really find a way to pull it through to that point. And getting that Aegis was the first part, but now it just doesn't seem like it. Supernova down again, forcing this Broodmother back. They can't pop this egg. They'll lose this Clockwork. And look at this. It's that close away from him continuing to shift, continuing to fight, and maybe get more out of that.
Yeah, his whole fight was very close, but the problem was just that they fought 4v5. Like, either it's a full disengage, or you're gonna be very sure that you're gonna win that fight.
Mm-hmm. So they don't have Aegis at the moment. But you can push these tier 2 towers, I would say. If you're willing to risk high ground, maybe so even more.
Dying to Tormentor like that is so 2023.
It's so last game. Well, it happens.
Certainly does.
Clockwork spotted again. And this is sort of what happened in the last game as well, where they just continued to find themselves getting picked off 1v1 or 1v5 because it turned into 5 separate games of Dota.
It did, yeah. And just, as I said, if it's very disconnected, they're not really together, not really doing, or seemingly planning things together. And Turkey is really, really finding their stride right now.
Yeah. They really are. And in a do-or-die game like this, it just feels like the pressure is on Romania. Especially, they got, to be honest, gifted game 1 in a way. As These heroes are starting to come over, but they may know where this Brood is. They can jump. Icarus dive, Yule's in the air. You're on these crystals, and then you're not, and then you're in a grave. Hook shot just well too late. That's going to be a second. Like I said, you just go for this tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's truly just it. There's no reason not to, right?
Yeah. No reason not to. I mean, seriously, you're 12k ahead at this point. The thing with Magnus has always been your late game is incredibly strong too.
They're gonna go for Weeha. He's got the Wukongs down. They get the kill on a Jeezy, but Monkey King's gonna die, and it's just not worth the price of admission. This is another situation where Cancel's just continuing to farm, trying to find an answer through items.
But that's the thing though, like your team needs to be on the same page if you're doing that. I'm not saying it's a bad decision to farm, but if you do, your team needs to know, and your team needs to play accordingly. Like you want to find more split push opportunities, you don't really want to take these head-on fights.
We'll have to see how this goes for Romania to try and bring it back in any way. It seriously feels out of reach.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough from this point onwards. There's always the threat of a skewer out as well, of course.
The Brood got this Orchid, but again, look at the difference between the farm of the supports on the side of the Dire.
Yeah, they're absolutely filthy rich.
Hook shot Wukongs, but Yule's again into a supernova. And then you're just forced to run, but you're going to lose at least one in a situation like that. Dingo may even jump back in. He's got an Abyssal Blade. There's no reason to feel too scared about it. Flashed is dead on the list next. And you're forced to really look for an option, an answer, something, and GTI is just going to wait for you as he'll explode with that Ags. They've got Cancel in trouble, who will wait for in the direction of which a Skewer was going to go. They get the kill to GTI, and now they're going to start to retreat on the side of the Dire. They'll take out this Magnus. Maybe this is their moment to get a little bit back. Oh, good blinding light, keeping them away from the keeping it away from the Ursa, whose blink is on CD, but it won't matter. He'll pop BKB. He'll be able to escape. He'll kill off the Phoenix, and that is a little bit of life here for Romania.
Mm-hmm. Back down to 10k, and as you did mention before, their late game is not half bad.
They can get there.
Yeah, another 10-15 minutes is what they need.
Like, it's truly just about getting there.
You think they have the time to get there?
Right now, they're buying a lot of it. Getting a tier 2 tower, and you can see how quickly they take buildings. They've got a butterfly on Morphling. Like, I hate to eat my words, and I don't really care to, though, this time. You know, Cancel has gotten there with items in a way. If he gets a BKB, these fights are going to feel a lot better for him, and if he finishes off the Daedalus, he can, we've said, he can be the ultimate late game winner.
Yeah, Morphling historically has been a late game monster. No exception this game. If he gets there, again, roughly 10 minutes or so, 1 or 2 more team fights, all it takes.
Like we've said, though, it's just all about getting there. And if they could steal this Aegis again, I think it's back to even.
Oh yeah, if they get the Aegis there, it might even be in a lead. For sure.
Because it's going to cost them a fight to get this Aegis. And so in them getting this Aegis, it would mean that they won a fight. And now the Phoenix, who's a big part of this potential option, as he uses and gets away from Weeha, he doesn't commit. Oh, Clockwork's going to be the one who dies instead. Oh, no. And Roche. Oh, no.
That is worst case scenario, literally. Roche just says hi as he dies right next to it.
Why does Weeha not commit? Now, he'll have a nullifier. And that'll help deal with this Yules. But now you're fighting into an Aegis. Granted, they didn't lose a fight to give up this Aegis, which means the game's not as far away as we think.
True, but that Aegis is also very devastating nonetheless.
Morphling actually turned the Dragon Lance into a Hurricane Pike instead of buying out on the BKB. I'm a little worried about that.
Who did?
Morphling. He turned the Dragon Lance into a Hurricane Pike when I thought he should have gotten the BKB.
Oh, that's a problem. I think BKB is very much needed as well.
So can they hold on with the Aegis in the hands of Ursa? I would assume if you're Romania, you want to sit back and farm outside parts of the map as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get to your timings, to like game timings. But even then, the thing is, it's not guaranteed.
No.
Cause Ursa, Magnus, still in the same amount of damage. And game is paused. I hope nothing bad happened.
Still connected. But they're just going to take some short time.
Nice little toilet break. Oh, the game actually went almost back to even. Win probability-wise anyway.
Yeah, again, it came down to that Aegis. I would think that would make it even. There's such a different feel, obviously, to this game than the last game, and there was that sense of it was falling that way. But the cores on the side of the Radiant have farmed. The biggest difference in this game, because you can see how the net worth is formulated, the biggest difference is the fact that the supports on the Radiant have nothing.
Quite literally, yeah. Dire support is so rich. But the Radiant cores are also super rich.
Yeah. And Magnus has nothing.
Kind of feels like a Magnus thing, though. Somehow always turns out that way.
4 staffs and a blink. They will get that, but look at these Spiderlings. They're going to start to try and go to the high ground, and they're no joke with the damage. But 1 and 2 chakrams will be enough to get the kill, especially with that amplified damage on those Spiderlings. Both Wisdom Runes taken. RP is used. Will-O-Wisp is there. BKB comes out from Weeha. They'll have to balance strike to the opposite end, but they've got the Blinding Light. They'll get the kill. They'll take out Weeha. And this is GTI not even there. If they can get this kill on GTI, maybe they find something out of it. Timber Chain going the same way as this Timber Saw. And now Dingo comes in and just rips apart 77. Oh, who almost escapes. That was close. Ends up being a 2-for-1 Supernova. I don't think he gets this one off this time. No.
Ow.
That one was close again, though. Cancel. Waiting for him to come up out of the high ground to Hurricane Pike jump and try to TP away. But the blink over, and then they've got the Horn Toss. Now Cancel needs to run. He's got a wave form. He's got Glimmer thanks to Flash. The homing missile's going to come through. The Adaptive Strike is there. The wave form out of the low ground trying to get away. Cancel needs to leave. There's a blink dagger. They both go the wrong way. Oh. Literally game-changing. If he can get out of this.
They have no mana either on the Dire. And now the gyro might be the distraction he needs.
Yep. And he... Oh! That TP was point something away. That feels so bad.
Yeah, but if they killed Morph there, I think this might actually be game. But he's still alive, so game is on. As Ursa's damn scary right now.
Somebody needs a Heaven's Halberd, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, for real.
The fact that they don't have one is kind of insane to me. The Will-O-Wisp got the stun with the trees being taken out. Hook shot misses. There's an Abyssal Blade to follow it up. They've got the cogs down, but the Will-O-Wisp still pulling them in. The Balance Strike to get away from this one. Still is an Aegis.
The Cardinal is doing so much work.
And he has so much farm.
Same as the Magnus.
Yeah.
Who's the offlaner now?
Phoenix does have the same as well. Horn Toss, Skewer, and Brood should be dead.
What they done morph? Low
Has
fast damage.
buyback. Yeah, Cancel going for this. They're going to be forced to glyph. They get the kill to the Clockwork, but they're going to buy back. Maybe they're stopping these heroes from TPing away and letting Morph go for this. Because if they can get themselves a set of racks, this is at least worth it in the long term of things. He got the Dire melee racks. They'll get themselves another glyph, but he'll go and get the range racks. They haven't even gotten the racks themselves. They go to the RP. They're looking over at Weehaw. The Timber Chain away, but it's not going to be enough to get out because he's staying in. They will get the kill on a Weehaw. They've got the Supernova Deep. They bought back on 77. He's going to be dead as well. They'll go for the tier 4s now. Gyro, what can you do? They have buyback available on Weehaw. They'll lose the Gyro. Only Monkey King has buyback, and I think if you're Morphling, you have to go for the throne. That's exactly what he's going to do. They'll go for the throne. It's going to be tier 4s against tier 4s. Neither team has a glyph right now, but he's going to TP back home. I don't know if that was the right decision. They get the kill into the Phoenix. They'll look over at Weehaw. Weehaw's dead already. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Cancel. The Skewer. He's trying to get a kill here onto the Magnus. Can't even get that. The Will-O-Wisp sleeps him. Cancel's going to be all by himself. With the BKB gets the kill onto the Kano. Look over at this Timber Saw. But maybe they could do something with this. They look over at Cancel, though. He's trying to survive. He'll end up dead. He has buyback. They find themselves the Clockwork. He's dead, too. But it is looking like it will be the side of Turkey to eliminate Romania. They have to focus on Cancel. They have to get Dingo out of this one. Who popped the BKB. They go up to Stoic. One more right click gets the kill on the Phoenix. But Cancel with the Spirit Vest on him. It's a full team wipe. That will be it. They'll call GG. Turkey will eliminate Romania and move on to a qualifying matchup against Belarus.
Yep, and the loser of this, of course, earned themselves another life as well. I actually have to say, I think he would have won that race.
I thought he should have just went for it.
Yeah, I think Cancel was faster. Especially
with
all the Bibles coming through. Nobody had TPs. Or, I mean, maybe they had TPs, but everybody bought back in order to cancel those TPs. But then Cancel TPs back. I think he could have clutched that one out.
Yeah, I think you just go for it.
Like, just comparing the speed, he downed the tier 4 before they lost the tier 4. And it's a Morphling. He's one of the fastest building kills in the entire game.
Yeah, just go full Agi, and then the plan, I think, from there might have... I mean, it's so chaotic, but then just to be stopping TPs with Gleipnir, with Hookshot, with Battery Assault, right?
I think it was the only option you had. Like, even if you TP back, it's unlikely they can win a big team fight against what they had. But a much closer game. Exactly what we wanted from game 1 and 2. But ultimately, Magnus, haven't seen a hero in ages, makes it work.
So I actually said that they were going to be winners in facing Belarus, but I believe the decision is to have them. They are going the way of Sweden. I mean, Sweden or Belarus, it is rough life here to go to the next round.
Yeah. Yep. But as we did say, there is that additional life after 2 in case you do lose.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. 1 up, Super Mario.
Yep.
Found that red mushroom. Is it 1 up red?
Green.
No, green.
I mean, look at this. It felt as though this Aegis was a timing too. If he gets the kill on the egg there, Cancel just comes out ahead. So rough.
Yeah. Lots of very close calls this game for sure.
So close. And then all this time for then Ursa to just jump in, and Brood just never feeling like a full-fledged hero.
No. The orchid timing was cute, but after that, couldn't really do much of anything.
Yeah. It was tough. It was tough. The egg there, I mean, the jukes from cancel at the end, they gave them every chance they could, and unfortunately, they do not end up winning this one. And so right now, Bulgaria and North Macedonia are in game 3, but what we do know is Turkey's going to take on Sweden tomorrow. And the winner of Bulgaria and North Macedonia takes on the Group C winner that is in the lower bracket of Belarus. Greece and Ukraine will play each other for seeding tomorrow. There will be a bunch of seeding matches after, but that is it for today. We're going to close the show, say goodbye, see you tomorrow. Have a good night.